The critical importance of breathing less. Now, most people think they should breathe more, breathe deeper, but you should not. If we breathe less, good things happen. And I want to talk about carbon dioxide. Most people think of carbon dioxide, that's the air we expel. That's bad, we don't want that in our body, but there are some things that you need to know. This is an overview of how breathing works. You inhale, air goes into your lungs, and your body takes oxygen out of that air and attaches it to the red blood cells that are going through your lungs. Those red blood cells jump in the circulation and travel around the body, and when they find a cell that has carbon dioxide, the oxygen jumps off, carbon dioxide jumps on, and it goes back to your lungs and is exhaled when you breathe out. Okay, that's a process. Most of you are familiar with that. When you breathe less, good things happen. The cells accumulate carbon dioxide, and the more carbon dioxide there is in a cell, the more oxygen your body gives that cell. So we want carbon dioxide to kind of build up in these cells so there's a heavy oxygen exchange. Here's what this professor from Yale said about carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is the chief hormone of the entire body. Chief hormone of the entire body. It is the only one that is produced by every cell and that probably acts on every organ. Carbon dioxide is, in fact, a more fundamental component of living matter than oxygen is. Holy cow, I'd never heard that before. The easiest way for carbon dioxide to build up inside your body is if you breathe light and if you breathe less. And as you are listening to this, I want you to try to just breathe lighter and slower. When you take your breaths from 18 down to 6, which is kind of hard to do unless you've had some breathing techniques, which we will teach you down the road here a little bit. But when you do that, your blood remains high in oxygen. So the oxygen stays up even though you're breathing lighter, but the carbon dioxide increases by 25%. And that can have some significant benefits. Oxygen goes around in the bloodstream and it looks for cells that have high carbon dioxide. So this one, it's not very high. This one's not very high. This one, oh, that's pretty high. So the oxygen's going to go there. These cells aren't going to get any oxygen. That's why we need to breathe less and lighter so that carbon dioxide builds up and all these cells get oxygen and you get even more energy. The key to all of this happening is the amount of carbon dioxide that is inside the cells. And if you're breathing heavy and frequent, you're not going to have much carbon dioxide in there, so they won't get as much oxygen. Let me give you a little analogy. Let's say carbon dioxide is attractive women at a nightclub. And the oxygen is guys driving around the neighborhood looking at nightclubs to see which one they want to go to. Now these guys are going to go to the nightclub with lots of carbon dioxide in. And that's the way it is for your body. When a cell's got more carbon dioxide, it's going to get more oxygen and everything's going to work better. And the key to that is breathing lighter and slower. So I want you to work on slowing down your breathing. And we're going to do some breathing exercises that will make it much easier for you to do if you just hit the subscribe button and stay with me in this training.